This video is going to give you an overview of what to do at the prepping station at the Palms Car Wash. The first thing that I want to emphasize is that we're an express car wash. By that nature, our design is to get cars in quickly, but we don't scrimp on quality, and we want to make sure that we are consistent. So we're quick, we're quality oriented, and we're consistent. We want the same prepping to occur with every car that goes through every day, every week, every month, and that's where the consistency goes through. The one thing I want to emphasize is we are not trying to wash the car in the prep station. We are trying to make out for some of the deficiencies in the automatic washing process itself. Now we're going to go through some of the areas and some of the terminology of the stuff that we deal with up in the prepping area. First of all, we have bug spray. Bug spray is an organic compound that primarily removes bugs from cars. The longer it stays on the vehicle, the better. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Here's the brush that we use. It's a hog's hair brush that we use to scrub the back of vehicles. You always make sure that there's clean water in here, and always make sure this crate is at the bottom of the tub. This keeps dirt from settling up where the brush can hit it. The dirt settles back to the bottom, the brush sets up here. Our next station is our prepper, using our prep gun. The prepper is the #1 person up here. He's really in charge of this whole area. If he sees something that the gentleman that's on bug spray is not doing, he directs him to make sure that he's doing it right. We will cover this a little bit more later. We also have our sending station. It directs the type of wash that the customer's fixing to get. We're going to cover this as well, but when it shows platinum on here, the prepper up here needs to yell to the rest of the people in the tunnel that this car's got a platinum wash. Platinum is our superior wash. It's an $18 wash. These people are paying $5 more than any other wash we have, so we want to make sure they're taken care of. This sign is very important. It's pointed out to every car that comes through. It's mandatory that every car be in neutral, hand off the steering wheel, and foot off the brake. We also have emergency stop buttons here. If a vehicle gets in trouble or starts driving through the wash without going in neutral, it's in drive, you hit the emergency stop buttons and it will stop the rollers from pushing the car. We're at the start of the prepping process, and I'm going to take you through the ebb and flow of the way we want this done. The primary person here is the gentleman that's on the bug spray, and here's what this gentleman needs to do. He will be directing the cars up, and the first thing is to make sure that the front tire of this car comes into the rail and does not hit this side of the railing. We do not want to run the risk of having the rim of the car hit this rail. So it's of paramount importance that the tire be on this side of the rail. So I'm going to direct this vehicle up. You'll see that I'm directing them what to do. I'm somewhat straddling the railing so I can get bug spray all the way across the whole front of the vehicle as I direct them in. A quick shot on the wheels. I'm going on and hitting the windshield. I'm stalking him, giving him a thumbs up, pointing to our sign, coming back up, hitting the windshield, back of the rearview mirror. Quick shots on the door handles, quick shot, and a quick coating of bug spray on the back. You'll note that I do just a quick, like a painter would do with a spray brush. I'm not putting too much bug spray, I'm not putting it heavy. I'm just giving a quick coating of it. Okay, the car is pulled up, the prepper with the prep gun stopped it. He's pointed out, or they pointed out to the sign reading neutral, foot off the brake, hand off the steering wheel. Here's the process that we want you to go through. First of all, I'm going to hit the wheel, and you'll note how close the high pressure is to the wheel. I'm now hitting the back of the rearview mirror where bugs accumulate. I'm giving a quick shot to the door handles. Then I'm going to come up and hit the windshield, and when I'm hitting the windshield, I'm going to make sure that I spray under where the windshield wipers are. Dirt will accumulate in that the car wash can't get, so we want to emphasize that. Then I'm going to come up and I'm going to start prepping the front. I noticed when this car pulled in, it did not have a whole lot of bugs on it. So I'm going to go on and go to my sending station. I'm going to push the button to send them while I'm doing the front. And you will note how close I'm getting to the front, and note how much time I'm spending on the front. I'm making sure I get any bugs there. come back on the windshield, I'm close on the wheel, side rear view mirror, wheel, and now I'm coming to the back of the vehicle. You can notice the amount of space that was left between vehicles. It's important, as the gentleman on the prep gun or the person we have on the prep car gun, to pull this car up far enough so there's a gap here. We don't want to have these cars stacked here. So very important. Now you'll note that the person we have on the bug spray has applied the bug spray, brought up the next vehicle behind him, and note that that vehicle has been brought up. So as the bug spray is put on, if it drips off, it goes into these rails. It doesn't drip and go down the driveway, which creates a problem. You'll also note that our gentleman on the bug spray has already lined up this vehicle properly so that when we bring them on, they're coming on straight and they're ready to go. So bug spray, the longer it can stay on a car, the better it works. Especially on vehicles that have lots of bugs, it's very important to have it set on there. That's why our bug sprayers put this on while he's still working on this vehicle. Now the next thing he's going to do is give a very quick shot of water and soap back here. He's not trying to wash the vehicle with that, he's providing lubrication for his brush. Note on the brush the twisting action. The twisting action gets into hard to reach curves and places on the back. If the brush was not twisted, we wouldn't be getting into those spots. The other thing the twisting does is it keeps dirt from accumulating on one spot on the brush. If you don't twist it, that dirt gathers in the brush and you keep driving it into the side of the vehicle. So you'll see the prepping goes all the way down to the bottom, twisting here, all the way up to the whole back of the car. At that point in time, we're finished. The prepper with the prep gun has been prepping them, and he would send this car, and we'd immediately start bringing this one up next. Our bug spray man is applying our bug spray to the vehicle. He's bringing them up. I'm going to take over for him now and bring them up. He needs to know when I've taken over, so I'm bringing the vehicle up. I'm looking at the vehicle to see how many bugs it has on it, so I know how much time I need to take on it. I'm looking at the windshield. I'm bringing him in. I bring him in far enough. I'm stopping them. Thumbs up. I'm pointing to the sign. I'm looking at them to make sure that they see the sign. Now I'm going to start prepping the vehicle. Very close on the wheels. I hit the back, the rear view mirror, the door handles. On the windshield, under the windshield wipers. Doesn't have many bugs. I'm going to go on and send them. Now I'm coming up close. Very close, and you'll note the amount of time I'm spending. I'm emphasizing my time on the front of the vehicle. Now I'm going to hit very closely the wheels, back of the rear view mirror, running boards. You always hit here, here. You will note, as I went along this vehicle, I did not spend any time on the side. I was continually walking. The time needs to be spent on the front of the car, the back of the car. On trucks, you always spray the back windshield. Do not apply any bug spray to it unless it's got bird droppings or something else. Only spray with the high pressure water. It's very important to make sure that we keep the water clean that we're washing the back of the trucks with or using our hog's hair brush on. You will note that we're a little low right here. We need to try to have this at least half full. And as we talked about before, always make sure that the crate's in the bottom. When we're emptying this, you make sure that we pull this all the way at least halfway into the tunnel and dump it. If we dump it any closer, that water will run down the ramp, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to dump it, bring it in. I'm going to reset, put our brush on top, and then we're going to fill it with new water. Again, very important on busy days to make sure we really watch this. Okay, first of all, note how this car is not lined up properly. You'll see if they keep coming the way they are, they will not enter the railing right. So our bug spray guy has got to see that. He's got to address it right away before it gets any worse. So you'll see that he's bringing them up. He's explaining to them which way they need to line up their tire to get right. He's applying bug spray all the way across the entire front of the vehicle. All right, we're back to the bug spray terminal. Watch me the way I bring this car in. I'm stepping aside. I've got them with bug spray. I'm sending them on to my gentleman on the prep gun. Quick shots, quick shots, quick shots. I'm bringing the next car up. Bringing the next car up, I'm going to go in and have them ready to go. I'm stopping them under the rails. I'm spraying them, hitting the windshield. I'm keeping the bug spray off of any of the paint. Coming back, quick shot of water, just lubrication. I'm going to grab the brush. I'm coming up. I'm twisting action on the door handles. Twisting action, twisting action, twisting action. I'm getting all the way down low. You'll see how I'm getting on either side of the windshield wiper. It's real important. I'm getting up under important area, important area, important areas, important areas to make sure the brush gets. Stop. Note I'm hitting the wheels. Quick burst, quick burst. I'm leaving a place for the customer to be able to see. Coming up, I'm giving a quick burst of water. Coming back. I'm going to hit door handle, door handle. I'm going to come up. Twisting action, twisting action, twisting action. I'm coming low. Now I'm bringing up the next vehicle. Making sure the wheels are lined up. Sending them on to my prepper. I'm coming up. I'm going to spray bug spray on the back. I'm going to hit the two areas I missed here. I'm going to go in and bring up the next vehicle. And I'm going to stop them. I'm going to go in and administer bug spray. I'm going to let it sit. Come over. I'm going to give it a quick shot of water. Take the brush. Come back up, twist, come up, twisting action on the corner, twisting action here. I'm going low, I'm going to come back, making sure I'm getting here, making sure I'm getting up under here. Again, twisting actions. The prepper's already started bringing up the next vehicle. I already have bug spray applied to it, so I'm ahead of the game. I'm going to apply bug spray at the back, catch up an area I missed, bring up the next vehicle, get them lined up correctly. I'm going to stop them, put on bug spray, have that bug spray working, coming back. I'm going to give a quick shot of water. Ready to go. I'm coming up and I'm hitting the door handle, trying to get those bristles behind the handle itself. I'm coming up, twisting action, and I'm going to show you something here in just a second. You'll see how I'm brushing to the side. I've seen preppers, let's make sure we get the back windshield. I see preppers trying to do this. You'll come to the side, you can go in sliding motion to cover so much more of the vehicle. Now I got the next car, I've already got bug spray on it. I'm directing them up. I'm going to send them on to my prepper. Come back up, finish what I haven't finished on bug spray. Quick shot of water. Hit this door handle. Again, I want to make sure I get enough water back here, water and soap, just to give lubrication so this brush will slide. Over here, again, always make sure that we have as clean a water possible in the bucket. We want to make sure we have plenty of soap on here. It's a good show for the customer. When we're doing the car here, we have a customer behind that's watching what we're doing. So we're actually showing the customer behind what we're going to do to their car by what we're doing to the one ahead of them. We're now in the towel drying area, and the first thing I want to point is towels. We have two different types of towels. The dark blue cloth towel is used for doing windows and the body of the car. The disposable light blue towel is used for wiping the rims of tire shine. We never ever use the dark blue towel for anything other than the windshield and the bodies of the cars. These are disposable to be thrown away and never ever commingled. If we ever get tire shine in these towels, we have a real issue. I also want to make sure, and we're going to cover this, but as our people applying tire shine and wiping wheels use this, I want to make sure their hands do not have tire shine on them if they grab one of these. They need to wipe the tire shine off before they contaminate this towel. One of the jobs of our towel dryers is to maintain quality in the wash itself. If they see something that is not turning properly, if they see water that's not being sprayed, they're to notify management. As you can note, all of our wraps, first of all, are foam that you're looking at here. When we first enter our wash, we have some soft cloth, but the majority of our product is foam. So every one of these products should be touching the car, and then you'll see that we've got various rinses, we've got high pressure rinses, we've got carnauba wax. All of that should be spraying if a customer bought it, and the lights will indicate which wash they got. All blow dryers should be working. Tire shine should be coming in. These are the tire shine brushes right here. And as the towel dryers are towel drying, they will look up at the two lights up here. One of the lights tells them if the car is a platinum, the other one tells it if it's tire shine. I want to note we have an emergency stop button at the end of the tunnel where the towel dryers are at. If we have an emergency where one car is fixing to run into another one or anything else, you come and push the button and it will immediately stop the tunnel. So be aware of where this button is right here and what we need to do to put it in place. So the towel dryers are bringing the vehicle out to the towel drying area. Note that their job with the dark blue towels is they are working the body of the car, the windshield. They're to make sure that they get all areas. You'll note how they've lifted the windshield, got under the windshield. Areas of importance or will get drip under the rear view mirror, so we want to wipe under it. We want to be sure and take our towels and get up in the door handles. We want to do as good a job as possible all the way across the vehicle. Make sure we get the backs. Quality check to make sure that the preppers have got the dirt from around the back of the license plate. This vehicle did not have tire shine, so you did not see anybody applying tire shine. We were just towel drying it. They're going to give this customer a thumbs up. When they roll down their window to give a tip, we make sure that we wipe the window off before the customer drives up so it won't spot. Got the tip. Tip is going to be put in the tip box. No tips are to be put in employees' pants, pockets, or anything else. The tips go directly to the tip box that everybody shares in. We do have cameras that watch this area, so just be aware that it's very important to make sure you do your job and treat tips the way they're supposed to be treated. Okay, let me note something about our carts. Very important to keep these carts clean. We do not want to build up of tire shine or any other dirt or debris on these carts. We don't want these towels to potentially get in any of it. So be observant throughout the course of the day to make sure they're clean. Tire shine is all kept towards the bottom of the cart because we don't want to contaminate anything up top. Again, note the cleanliness of the area here on the concrete. We want to make sure it's swept off to the best of our ability. On busy days, we should have management up here watching that and helping out as well. All right, here we have our car. It's coming out towards the towel drying area. Again, we'll observe. You'll see how all the wraps are hitting the side of the car. We only want about an inch of material actually hitting the car. If we have less than that or too much, putting too much force on the side of the car, not enough. Something that's important for the towel dryers to remember, and note, the blue sign came on telling this car they're getting tire shine, and if we'll look up at the light, the bottom light tells the towel dryers this car has tire shine. One thing we want to do is we don't want the towel dryers to pull these cars out of the tunnel too early. We want them to hold on. We want them to hold on until the rollers stop. Now we will observe towel dryers bringing them on. They can actually exit the tunnel a little bit too early. So now towel dryers are getting after the tires, or after the car. You'll note what we have are tire shine man. He took his brush, he did a round on the tire itself. You'll note with the light blue towel how he's wiping the outside of the rim. And the key here is just a motion right here on the outside. We'll get sometimes tire shine that gets on this portion of the wheel. We want to do our best to quickly just wipe that off. And then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. Again, we covered the weaknesses here. We want to get under the rear view mirror. We want to make sure we get under the door handle with the towel. And we want to make sure we get, another weakness is the rear view mirror itself. We want to make sure that we really do a good job wiping it off. It's one of the first things the customer will look at when they're exiting the tunnel. Very important that we do the best we can to make sure. On trucks it's tough, but we want to make sure that we get that the towel dryers cross each other, and also that we get all parts of the windshield. It's tough on a big vehicle where it's hard to reach around it, but we're going to try to make sure that we get that. Okay, the car that is coming through the tunnel right now is a Platinum. This Platinum has tire shine. So now they're bringing the vehicle out of the tunnel. They're lining it up. We just had somebody yell out Platinum, so the rest of the employees know this is a Platinum wash. We're working the tires. Note the way that we're smoothing out the tires, the tire shine. Note the way we're wiping it off. This is a black vehicle, so we really want to make sure we get this as dry as we possibly can. We do have a satisfaction guaranteed. The towel dryers have the right, if they see a lot of bugs left on a vehicle or problems, to send the car back around, but they would need to notify the folks up front what they're sending the car back through.